Ladies and gentlemen, what is up, everybody? On behalf of MK Boards, this is Jaggy. I'm going to be casting with Chris, aka Merc, but he's on. Oh, hey, he's back.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
So we're actually live now. So for now, we have 8 in room, so we're gonna try to get through this as concisely as possible. So I just want to quickly talk about the playoff implications, the context in regards to it. So. Third seed was hotly contested among T7, APE, and Infinite. Even South London Ents got up there. They had an abysmal start to the season, but then they caught up very quickly, but it just wasn't enough in the end. IF, though, they barely missed out on third seed. Had they scraped one more point in there, they actually would have gotten second seed and they would have knocked out T7. T7 would have had 17 points if they got the bonus point, if they only got the bonus point against RS, but it was actually a draw because T7 got a lag correction against RS. As you can see in T7 Alpha's point of view, Stripe is in the back of the pack here, and as Alpha Golden's up, we can see that Joey crosses the line before Stripe, but on the results screen, Stripe places in 4th ahead of Joey. Here's another look with T7 Vincent's point of view. And with that lag correction, the match ended in a draw, giving T7 an extra point, and in turn propelling themselves ahead of Infinite to make the playoffs. So, quite literally, T7 hanging on through the skin of their teeth, especially starting off the season very strongly, but then fizzling out in the last few weeks. They will gladly take that, and it'll be interesting to see how they bounce back, because T7 started off, like I said, very well. Had a very underwhelming second half of the season, especially missing out on Vincent in a few matches. They're gonna look to bounce back from that. They're not gonna want to keep repeating that form. And then APE, in terms of their form, they've been relatively up and down. They've been a mid-table team throughout. They have had their fair share of good performances, but they've also had their weeks where they just completely disappeared. In week 4 against T7, for example, they just didn't really show out against them, and T7 had a dominant win. But then APE came back strong in week 9 in the reverse fixture, beating T7 by 22. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this particular match. Will APE erase their past demon with that week 4 loss? And will they continue their form from week 9? Or will T7 bounce back from their slump, and will they get the win here? And T7 are second seed. They do have the head-to-head plus-minus against APE, so they just need to win 1. APE need to win 2. And let's talk about the lineups too.
So T7 are running with a lineup of Alpha KC, Dan, Rock Dude, Vincent, and Sierra. Obviously, this season, Vincent has probably been the most consistent runner in the division.
The most MVP'd by a long shot.
Yeah. Rock Dude is like a strong runner. He can hold his own in most situations, and Dan and Alpha, I feel, can also do just the same if needed when called upon.
I feel like this isn't the best lineup that T7 are throwing out there. They are missing, let's see. So they have Dan and Alpha running and Vincent running as well. That's usually their front 3. Usually their 4th, I would say their ideal 4th is Logan, but he's been up and down. He hasn't really, in terms of availability. And they have Sierra bagging 2. Actually, it's a Troll War to start. And T7 actually picked Troll. So yeah, APE is hosting and T7 picked Troll. APE, I do think, have a very good lineup here. This is the best lineup they can throw out. Mio is their strongest runner. Nico is their secondary runner. Their 2 best runners are playing right now. And Cora is also very, very decent too. He's been playing for a while. Decent player. And then Jadid's probably going to focus on pack play. Neo's going to be trolling here too. I do think the trolling aspect will favor T7. Sierra's a very, very good troller. So yeah, let's get right into it. I think this is going to be a very close match. In terms of running power, I do think that T7 have the advantage here. But this is Troll to start. So it was an interesting pick for T7. I would have liked to seen him go Sui to start, but I do think they are confident in Troll. So let's see what happens. TC comes out right away from Dan. I would like to see him schlag here. Give Vincent that break. Yeah, early on. Spots are relatively mixed, though.
Yeah. I can't. I'm stuck in an ad right now, so.
Oh, it's okay. I'll carry on for here. I would like to see Vincent back. Yeah, I would have liked to see him back one Nana there. He could risk getting redded if the person behind him pulls triple reds though.
Yeah.
But T7 locking down top 2 looks to me like 8 bar 3 4 5 at the moment. I would like to see some double back spams though. This is a track in which you can utilize those double back spams because there's a lot of blind corners, and double back spams are very overpowered. Blue comes in though. This is not going to be good for T7. Ape are a lot of the mid spots from what I saw. Troll comes in. That was a really good troll from Neo there, but he doesn't connect. He doesn't even go for Vincent in the first place. I was a little surprised on that one.
Yeah. I saw him like hit whoever just moved in the first. I didn't really catch, but from what I saw, it was just, I don't think there was a call out.
Did that red? I think that was Vincent's red that connected on Dan. It was something that Vincent had.
Yeah.
Bill comes in, doesn't connect on 8 though.
Yeah,
Vincent is vulnerable here. He does have that fib. Bounces it. Oh, that was it. Interesting though. He almost bounced it off and hit Jadid. Does get bumped off though.
That's rough. Yeah, it was an awkward. He was in a pretty awkward spot right there, and it's just he had to try to make the best out of a bad scenario.
Ape occupying top 3 though. This is a troll war. This can change at any point. I'm not sure who has the shock though.
I just saw blue.
There is a blue there. I think he's going to go for the snipe, though. Doesn't connect. He did... I think he aimed for the troller there, who pretty much utilized the star anyway.
I think I only saw... Wait, who shroomed up there? Oh, Dan.
Yeah. So neither bagger have shock here, but the pack is still really tight. And let's see if Dan can get some trolls off here. Or not Dan, Sierra can get some trolls off in the...
I think he just dipped. Yeah, he's all the way at the end.
Oh, I see. Good evasion there from Vincent, though, to avoid the star.
Yeah, it also doesn't look like Neo got any trolls off on that bridge section. I'm a little surprised.
Shock comes in late. Can't tell whose shock that was. I don't think anyone dodges.
I think that was a T7 shock. Because they got Ape out of the Mega.
Oh, triple shrooms is actually really good here. T7 could probably secure 3-4. Oh, red on the line from Dan on Jadid. Yeah, it would look to me like a good race for Ape, but that was a crucial red at the very end.
Yeah, they did get 8th though, along with the 2-3.
It wasn't T7 shock according to Vincent though. The only thing I assume is that they pulled shock at that very moment, and they just spam called it, but it got Ape like first frame out of the Mega, and
that's rough.
It was an iffy shock. I don't know what that was.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was probably, that was a little unfortunate, but I think they still get the race win with the 1-4-5-6.
Yeah, I figured maybe they just wanted to troll. I figured that Neo just wanted to troll in the last section, and that's why they used the shock there. And T7 weren't in any dodges, so the shock itself didn't affect Ape in any way. It's just I feel like it could have been a little better. I don't think they had any dodges though. I think that's maybe the reason why they shocked there, to try to dodge last frame of the Mega, just didn't come out.
It's a bit unfortunate to see that, but
yeah, but Ape's still getting a strong race out of that. It was very hectic. It was no team really pulled away, especially in RBC. It's a very troll heavy track.
These are some interesting. Like I like the Grumble pick out of is that Ape? No, that's a T7 pick.
It's T7.
Yeah, I like that Grumble pick, but I'm not too sure about the DKS pick. I really don't think it's the right pick given they have draft spots, but
well, DKS, I mean, there are like 1 or 2 troll spots, especially the double, like right before double. That's a key troll spot, but for the most part, DKS is a run track and is a shock reliant track because it's a cannon track. You can dodge at any point, and the lack of troll spots makes it so that you can run and can get breakaways. But yeah, GV does come out. This is, I'd say, one of the more interesting troll picks, because there are several troll spots, especially this section right here. Very little room to maneuver, and the next section up there, very little room to maneuver. But it's also shock reliant too. You can dodge in the respawn, so both trolling and bagging are effective here, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think for sure this is a very interesting track pick because just there's so many tight spaces, and after the cut is like, oh, it's brutal getting through there with like two
Do you
trolls.
see Nico making rock? Vincent does fail it, but he is gonna get the respawn here. Looks to me like Ape are occupying the better spots here. It looks to me like they are 1-4, or 1-3 actually. T7 2-4-5.
Kind of mixed spots, but it's normal for a start of GB. He
And
does
Vincent
get a
does,
good
yeah.
pull.
He opts to
Triple
schlag.
red.
I do like that idea because T7 were there were 2 of T7 ahead of him.
Yeah, but it didn't really work out. But like, it is obviously in that position, you kind of
Gonna
either
have to.
flag or you just don't do anything.
And yeah, that double red coming out on, I believe that was Nico. Yeah, Nico is SNES. I thought Nico was Zahir, but that's actually Korra.
Yeah, Cora's here.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is, I would say, given how close this pack is, this is very favorable for T7.
Yeah,
If they can get the shock.
They're gonna need it at this point. If they don't get the shock, I don't think they're gonna get a good race unless Ape don't have any shrooms in the mid pack. If they don't, then T7 could catch up.
Oh, they'd have to. It doesn't look like. Oh yeah, Jadid is goldening. Yeah, and
Who
that's
comes
up below.
out?
That's really rough.
But neither Nico nor Mio have shrooms there, so T7 could catch up. And there's a late shot coming in from dodging someone outside in a star, and then dodging, I believe, 2 people in the respawn.
That's really good. Yeah, I think it got them. I think I saw second. It's not the best race, but
yeah, Fire Snake didn't affect them in the end. But yeah, Dan I think was just already down and out of the race. I think he was in he was in 8th or 7th, and he didn't have any dodges, and yeah, he couldn't catch up to the cut.
Yeah, for him, there was really nothing he really would have ever been able to do, given how far back he was.
Ape does secure top 2 still, though.
Yeah, that's a good race, given they didn't get shock, and I didn't see too many trolls. I don't know.
I would assume one of Ape got in cut with them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I see. And maybe there was a troll coming out at the end. I just couldn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see if there was a troll or not, but still, it's a strong race given what happened during it.
Yeah. So this is gonna be troll format, Alex, 46471.
Yeah.
So makes it very interesting as a viewer. What would you go here for T7? I know it's a troll war, so track picks don't matter as much.
I would definitely go something like a DDR or a Delfino.
They do come out with Delfino though, so right on cue. DKS still coming out from Ape. Go ahead.
DDR you can kind of like push on DDR with your top spots, but you're very likely to pull something like a shroom or a star to cut with, and it's pretty easy to catch up. So if you fall back, you can still like catch up in the bottom spots. And that is a DKS coming out.
Yeah, so not looking good for T7 here in terms of the track pick here. You can run, like I said before, you can run in this track. There aren't too many troll spots. So we're going to have to see what T7 pull here. They're going to have to establish some top spots in the first 10 seconds, like getting shrooms, and then maybe using one of those shrooms on this particular ramp just to catch up.
Yeah.
We do see a red coming out right away on Korra, though, so T7 are going to get those top spots that they needed. Yeah.
I think even top 3. Yeah, top. Wow, that's actually a really good start if you're T7.
Bit of an iffy alignment, but
yeah,
he's going to make it.
He got the red off, and then he got the lucky bounce off the player onto the first zipper. That was really good.
Doesn't look to me like anybody failed double. Actually, I think one of T7 might have, but still 1-3 coming out for T7. Shock comes in from Ape here, though. Yeah, they did fall behind, so it was a good shock from them in terms of catching back up to top spots. Doesn't look to me like very many players take double in the mid pack, so Vincent's running away here. He's just the difference in running ability is evident. He does get bumped from Neo. It can make the difference if he gets blued or not. If he not got bumped, I think he would have kept first if he got blued. So that can make the difference. We'll see what Neo pulls up here. Believe he might have a star. Bill star comes in.
That's a good pull if you're Neo.
Yeah, decent star spot, but doesn't connect. And Vincent smartly taking single there. He doesn't want to be a sitting duck taking double.
Yeah, no. If he took double, he was probably done. I think the troll just gave up on trying to hit Vincent, trying to get the mid pack spots just to push his team forward, which I think worked out a little bit. Yeah, it does.
Alpha KC might have slipped into second there. I'm not sure because I think he shroomed up at the very end.
Yeah, that's a really good race. Right back into the match with 1 point difference over 3 races.
Yeah, it was good comeback race. It did look to me. I couldn't see too much because Vincent was running away. He couldn't really see, but it looked to me like T7 did outrun APE for the most part there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're T7 here, I do think TF would be the optimal pick because top 2-4. Starting in third, if you're in the other team, is not ideal at all because fourth can draft first. First can take the tight box, and second can take the middle box, and third will be a sitting duck at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think TF does come out from them. So if it does pick that, T7 are going to be starting in a relatively good spot. It is troll, but TF is so easy to establish a breakaway in the first 10 seconds. So it could mean the difference, but trolling can change the race around anyway. It does pick Shy Guy Beach though.
Or Peach Beach even. Yeah, it's
I meant Peach Beach, sorry.
I like the pick. It could have been something else. I feel like something like a Delfino probably would have worked a little better.
One of the we do see Sierra going back right away, which is not a horrible idea in the track because it's so shock reliant. You could easily catch up in first set, or even if you don't go first set and maybe go last set, it's still a very good way to catch up. We do see Neo coming out with the star attempt right away in a spot. Yeah, very little room to maneuver. Troll. Very good troll. Very little room to maneuver there. Does pass that TC off, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, Jadid had a mega and another TC coming out from Vincent. Looks to me like he's gonna try to cheese a star here. Not the case.
Yeah. If he can't, no, he can't. Yeah, that's gonna be probably. I don't want to jump the gun here, but I feel like that's gonna be a very mediocre end to what could have been a really good GP for Vincent.
It looks to me like Sierra has shock though, so if they do, I would say T7 should probably shock bottom 2 in the boxes and dodge outside. We do see, no dodges coming out for T7 though.
I think Rock has something because he hasn't shroomed yet.
And there it is. Yeah, Rock had a mega. T7 gonna come up here. Doesn't want to star Rock. It goes wide.
Yep. This should be at least.
Oh,
that is busted. 2 of
that blue was a split second away from hitting Vincent, but he had a shroom anyway to back it up. But very unfortunate for APE that the blue connected on them. Had Vincent pass him up a split second later, APE probably would have gone 2-4 or 3-4.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But with that blue, it looks to me like T7 are gonna lock down probably top 2-4 or top 3 maybe. I couldn't see who got third.
Yeah, I couldn't really see who got third, but I definitely
top 2-4. Yeah,
the same exact race as last time essentially. Yeah, that's a really.
And that blue, I believe that blue came out on. It was either Nico or what's it, Cora. It would have been like a 3-4 rather than 3-5-6 for APE had that blue not come off.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a huge point differential, but it was still unfortunate for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's probably one of the last things you want happening.
Yeah, and I honestly do like the idea from Sierra going back right away in that track though, because you can get trolls to push the other team back, but shock is just so powerful in that particular track that it almost doesn't matter in a lot of cases.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Peach Beach, there's so much open space. It's so hard to troll on that track, besides the first straightaway.
That's probably one of the most shock reliant tracks in trolling. That and literally GV are the 2 most shock reliant troll tracks in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And well, let's say any cannon track is shock reliant, but there are some cannon tracks that are more shock reliant than others. There is DKS, particularly in running tracks. if you can just get breakaways up there and then dodge your top spots, it's almost over.
It's pretty busted if that happens.
Yeah, in Parkway, the shock actually doesn't matter as much because it's such a troll-heavy track that trolls are actually more powerful in tracks like that than shock.
Oh yeah, especially if you get them off the bridge. Like, that's deadly. That can literally end like an entire, pretty much GP.
Yeah, I think what it comes down to when it comes to which cannon tracks or which luck tracks are more shock favored versus more troll favored is space. In tracks like Parkway, so many areas are like really tight and narrow, and you could just troll in those spots. But BC3 comes out here, huge troll track, especially the last straightaway. A top 3, a top 4 can be gone like just like that in an instant.
Yeah.
With one stop.
I've experienced that before on this track. It's really just, you gotta like, honestly, you kind of just gotta hope that the troll doesn't get a star first set. Yeah. Because if he does, you're kind of just done.
I believe, doesn't look like, I think actually APE. Yeah, it looks like Cora made Ultra there. I think he made Ultra. Yeah.
He made Ultra. And I think, both trolls pull stars. That's actually really lucky.
Interesting. Both trollers went for the stars early on, opted not to troll in the last straightaway. Sierra did troll Cora and Mio though.
I think Sierra chained in the box on the little straight and before last turn.
Oh, and that bill line was a little iffy. Vincent hopped the wrong way because you can go really tight with that bill on that left side.
Yeah,
it's hard to reach the right side with the bill. So Vincent going the wrong way in terms of avoiding the bill. There's still 2-3 coming out for T7. Let's see what happens here in terms of cut blockage. Looks to me like it's unblocked. So
that was rough.
Yeah, he almost fell off there.
If I was him there, I probably would have just stuck with it just to.
APE occupying top 2, but let's pay attention, or not top 2, 1-3. Yeah, 1-3. Sierra does get a troll off. I'm sorry, no, that wasn't a troll. Can he bump Jadid off here?
I think Sierra might have shock. He's not used anything. Oh yeah, he has to have shock, I think.
What would you do here if you're T7 then?
I would probably. Okay.
Blue cancel.
They didn't have shock. Okay, there was a blue cancel. Wait, did they? No, that was an APE shock.
Yeah, they canceled. They canceled the blue there from I believe I forgot his name.
Nico.
Yeah, Vincent does take cut here. It looks to me like Alpha. I don't know if Alpha took cut, but still top 2 coming out. Dan is occupying second.
There's only a golden, I think.
Does bump. Oh, doesn't connect with that bill. Actually, had he not bumped Vincent to the wall, he would have connected with the bill most likely.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's kind of just something that's kind of just unfortunate there.
Interesting shock use though. I'm not sure. I think one of APE dodged outside.
I believe one of them did. I am not 100% sure on that though.
Yeah, I would assume, honestly, I would assume that they would dodge outside. I don't think they would just go for a blue cancel and that's it.
Yeah.
But obviously hindsight's 2020. But I think maybe holding the shock would have worked better for them. But I mean, Vincent did take cut in second, so even if they waited to take cut, T7 might have still been up there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Top 2.
You can't really like predict what's gonna happen there. You kind of just gotta hope. Because you can't really tell if he's gonna pull shrooms.
Yeah, and usually trollers tend to want to shock earlier because they want to troll. They want to pull those stars and bills. Does avoid that bill narrowly through that bump in the wall.
That's not really something that you see every day. It's kind of, you hope it happens, but you don't really see it. And when it does, it's just you're thinking you're lucky stars.
Yeah, Vincent will definitely take that. BC Week comes out from T7. I don't think there are really favorable tracks for either team here because T7 are top 2-5. You could maybe pick a sandwich track like KC. The only real troll spot in KC is inside the tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah, that tunnels can be really brutal if you play it right.
The SDS does come out though. DSDS, there are several spots in which you can troll. This first straightaway is an example. The next few turns you can easily troll in as well. But Goldens and Shrooms and Stars, anything to take double with, honestly, is I feel like though that overshadows the trolling.
Yeah, for sure.
Shock is really iffy in Delfino, no matter which format it is, and looks to me like yeah, those triple reds, only one singular nano there from Core does, and Neo does hit the wall too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that bomb was
bomb. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good bomb.
I meant to say Mio. I said Neo. Mio hit the wall there, so that was unfortunate for him. Anyway, Shock is really iffy in both formats because if you're in top spots and you have Shock, if you hold the Shock, people will just take double. If you use the Shock early, then it might be a waste. But if it's troll, I guess using Shock early will work if you want to troll. But you don't want to risk dodging people in the mid spots. Dan does get back spam there. It was actually a really good back spam. It was very tight, but it was to a point where it wasn't predictable, so it hit it dead on.
I feel like it looks like Syra has Shock. I don't know. I'm not too sure. It looks like he's just chaining boxes, though.
A bunch of Shrooms coming out from Neo, so a little unlucky that he can't troll here. Shock does come out, though. I like this.
That's a good Shock call.
I like that. Yeah, it was unpredictable. The stream lagged a little bit for me.
Yeah, and it gives Vincent quite a large break.
I'm gonna refresh so you take the reign.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 1-3-4 or 1-3-5 for T7 right now. It's Delfino, so it's not always the most secure thing, but I feel like this is a very promising situation to be in if you are T7. He does hit the wall though here. I don't think it will really affect him too much. The only thing that could really hurt him at this point is a blue. I don't think there's a Shock in play, and I don't think Neo has anything to troll with. Yeah, so Vincent's pretty much clean unless there's a last second blue.
Yeah, I wouldn't target Vincent here if I were Neo. I think he might have to know he ran away. I don't know if he has something to troll. He might have Shock.
No, Vincent had a bill and Neo had a bill and he got out after boxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see because I just refreshed. Okay, there you go. The top two coming out from T7.
So top 2, 6, 7, I think it is. Or 7, 8, I don't know. I couldn't see if the other troll was in the pack or not. So.
And I did mention in the beginning of the race that Shocks are iffy. And generally you don't want to hold it for too long in this track. The only real spot for Shock is that particular set, and maybe first set too to make it unpredictable. But those are the only real 2 sets that you want to use it in. So had T7 not used Shock there, they would have had to wait all the way until maybe first set, and APE probably would have gotten some key trolls down in there. Probably trolled Rock Dude as well with that Mega, because he had a Mega in a mid spot. It's just asking to be trolled. So it was a good Shock call from T7 to make it early, get those dodges up there instead of risking losing them with the trolls.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel if they didn't call that Shock there, I feel like the race would have probably just fell apart for them.
Yeah. So it looks to me like, yeah, T7, they were down by about 20 after race 2, but then they ended up bringing it back. So we'll see how APE respond to this. Remember, T7 are second seed, so if they win this, then they're through to the final no matter what. And if APE win this, they're gonna bring it to a match 2. So APE are not in desperate measures right now, but they're gonna have to do something pretty soon if they want to change the tides.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely not in the best spot, but I don't feel like it's out of their reach quite yet. I feel like if a few things go their way, they can really put themselves back in this match.
MH, I don't like this track trolling. I hate it. There's bomb cars lagged everywhere. There's so little room to maneuver in the first few turns with the cars. You could easily get bumped. Like Shrooms and Goldens typically don't matter too much in a lot of tracks, but Shrooms and Goldens here are just so dangerous. You just get bumped every which way into the cars.
I think 2 people just hit the car there.
One of T7 did hit the car there, so they were
Yeah.
occupying top 2 before that.
And that quickly flips into an Ape top 2. That was a really good sequence if you're Ape.
Nico trailing that red. Is he gonna opt to slow own here? Actually, no.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, Neo's gonna troll here anyway. Oh, yeah.
That's
Vincent
rough.
trying to avoid the troll runs right into Dan's triple reds there. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, he was really stuck, and I feel like either way, he really couldn't have done anything.
Oh, that was really close.
Ooh, yeah, that was. I'm honestly kind of shocked he didn't hit that car there.
Pack's really tight.
He ends up carrying up a start of 5th, so if they do pull shock, or if there's even a shock in play, he can predict. So it's like he's in a pretty good spot right now. I think it's
Ape occupying Ape occupying top 2. Doesn't look like Dan is going or Sierra's going for them, so I think Sierra might have shock at this point.
If he's just chilling up there, he probably does.
Or he could be waiting. He could be waiting for his prey, but looks to me. Yeah, I think he has shock at this point. But I don't know why they would hold it for this long, T7, if they do have shock.
Oh yeah, no, it would have been a lot better for them to chain into.
They don't have. Oh, they did. Okay, there we go.
That's not the pull he's looking for. I feel like going into the section, you really want a red, just to like really get rid of first.
Does catch up to Mio. Mio's gonna grow at this point. So if Mio has a red here, Vincent could be in trouble. A lot of boost panels, so it's really hard. Okay, blue comes in. He's gonna avoid this. There we go.
Yeah, he got the blue dodge.
Yeah.
I think that's still a good race for Ape, though. I can't really see too far back, but I see at least 2-3 for Ape. Unless Jadid got killed on the line.
I think Ape, from the looks of it, I think Ape hit a few cars in top spots. And that is also what the chat is seeing, too. So if that was the case, then, yeah, Ape throwing away their lead there. They were still top 2, which is good. But I feel like had they not hit the cars, if that was the case, I'm saying, they probably would have secured like 2, 3, 4, 5, everything behind first.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks to me like Alpha and Rock managed to scrape those mid spots. I don't think they had dodges, but I think maybe they pulled something after the shock.
Oh yeah, I think that they probably benefited from that a lot more than Vincent did. Because remember, Vincent was like he chained in like 3rd, I think it was. If I'm not.
Yeah, he had it in 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of gonna get.
I was a little surprised that T7 didn't shock at around the first set, though. I feel like that would have been the most optimal. I think maybe 8 might have been in a dodge. I think that's might have been why they delayed it. I think had they shocked first set, maybe they could have had people come up. Because it's really hard to troll in the second part of the track. So I feel like shocking in first set is not too far fetched.
Yeah, and they could have had a lot more time to get stars to troll.
Yeah,
which I feel like would have helped a lot more. But it's still a winning race, so he can't really criticize.
Can't complain. Yeah, he can't complain, of course. MC3 does come out. This is a really interesting trolling track, honestly. There are several spots you could troll, but shock is very powerful here too. So they both kind of counterbalance each other.
For sure. It's kind of it's an everything track, really.
And that, I believe that came out from Nico, that track pick. So we'll see how he does. Gets red. He looks like he's gonna get. No, that banana blocked it.
Wow, that was really lucky. I think it puts them in the top 3, though. Yeah, it does. Unless Vincent can.
Top 3 or top 2, 4, and a troll attempt maybe coming out here from Neo.
Triple greens. That's rough. Especially with all of Ape right next, or with all T7 right next to him. That's a really good pull.
Oh, that's some great huge trolls from Sierra.
And that literally puts them in the top 3 within like a second of them being in a very terrible spot.
Yeah, completely broke those top spots. It was good work from Sierra there. Neo does miss out barely there on Vincent. Good evasion though from Vincent. Looks to me like still top 3 coming out from T7.
Yeah, I think top 3, 5 even. Yeah.
We'll see what Sierra has here. I'm gonna pay attention to him real fast. I think he might have. He has star. No,
Neo's
trims.
goldening. No, he's in a bill.
Yeah. Didn't connect with any Ape players. Pau comes in. This could work for Ape.
He did. He got him at the end of the bill.
Oh, nice. I believe Ape pulled a lot of the shrooms and stuff after POW, but it's not going to be enough. T7 are going to secure a very good race here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very good work from Sierra. That was pretty much the MVP of the race right there.
Oh yeah, those lap 1 trolls like pretty much locked up the race from there on out.
Yeah.
If you're Ape there, you kind of just gotta lick your wounds. You can't really, if he's playing that well, you can't really do much, but just try to absorb the hits.
Mm-hmm. Top 2-4. This is looking very, very good for T7. They're starting to break away here.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Vincent, as expected, is like outclassing everyone. Man is popping off.
Yeah, I mean, Ape are still doing okay in terms of getting up to top spots, though. But it's a combination of losing top spots with mistakes and just really good trolling from Zira. So basically, it's not entirely Ape's fault, but they are losing the spots, and T7 are coming back up there. So if Ape can find a way to just hold on to their top spots when they get them, they're gonna come back here. But T7 just finding a way to win races every time.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do too much against that. You've got to play it out, and you've got to really just try to do as best as you can to counter it.
Mm-hmm. And I do think the trolling advantage is going to Sierra right now. We have seen a couple times where Neo has connected with trolls, but about 70% of the time when he pulled stars, he did miss out on. Usually he went for Vincent a lot of the time, but
yeah,
Vincent did avoid the trolls, and he a couple other T7 players avoiding the trolls too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're Ape here, I don't think it's too far-fetched to start going for Shock, even though Sierra is doing very well in the trolling department. If you can just secure those dodges, since you are getting out-trolled at the moment, I do think that would work out for Ape. But they do pick DDR. Go ahead.
Especially being down 48 points, you've kind of just gotta try to do what you can. Try to try to make advantages for yourself, where you're not like if you're not like really getting the trolls, you kind of just gotta make the advantage with shocks. You can't really rely on the stars.
Mm-hmm. There were times where Neo did pull and Goldens, though. It was kind of unfortunate. But I'm saying when he got the stars, he didn't connect as often as Sierra has.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's been very noticeable. I feel like that's one of the main reasons T7's been getting a lot of top spots.
Doesn't want to pull these greens out just yet. T7 around him. Looks to me that bomb coming out from Rock, dude. That was a really good bomb there.
Oh, that was a nasty bomb. That was a really nasty bomb. That's not what you want to see as a.
Looked to me like Rock shroomed up in the sand though, bumping Vincent like way into the ramp there, kind of slowed him down a lot. But yeah, still occupying. It's still 1-3 for T7. Looks to me.
It's top
Very
2
close.
for T7 now. That's a really good green.
Yeah, it does connect with Neo there. Shock comes in early.
Oh, that's a great shock.
Oh, I like that. Yep.
TS Staping cut and dodged in like 3rd for Dan. He should be gone. Unless he gets hit here, he's pretty much gone.
Blue comes out on Dan though.
Yeah, that's a good pull if you're Ape. Now you just kind of got to push up into the top spots. Can't exactly see what the spots are in the back, but I am seeing what is
Ape were occupying like 4-5 from what I saw.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
T7 could probably take Ultra here though if they pull like a golden in the back or something like that. It looks to me like Cora does.
I think
yeah,
two.
I believe so. I believe Cora maybe had trouble reds in that scenario, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I see one person taking cut. I can't tell you who that is right now. That's a little unfortunate for Vincent. Oh, that's really unfortunate. It does look like it was Alpha taking cut though. So
I believe that. Yeah, I saw Sierra running away after the shock meeting. He was the one who did it. So
yeah.
Looks to me like T7 are going to lock down a very good race here. Someone lost third. I believe that was Ape losing third. Could be wrong.
Yes, it was. That's top 3. Yeah, just top 3.
Yeah, it might have been a red coming out, I think, right before the finals, like red or maybe Snipe coming out.
Yeah. That's still a really good race, so if you're T7.
T7 getting some pretty good snipes and other key hits there. Rock Dude, especially with that bomb lap 1. I feel like that established the rest of the race because that was Ape's only top spot in that particular scenario.
Yeah.
And Ape were coming up. Yeah, Ape were coming up in the Ultra, but like you said, very good shock from T7. TSing Ape in the cut and dodging Dan at the star.
Yeah, no, that was perfect timing on the shock. I think they even just pulled that shock right there as they used it.
Yeah,
it looked like Zero was still trolling at that point.
Yeah, and some teams, the thing about lap 2 shocks or early lap 2 shocks maybe, teams sometimes are hesitant to use them because they don't want it to be a waste. Like, let's just say they dodge, but then they have the other bagger pull the shock lap 3. Some people are hesitant to pull the trigger, or some teams are hesitant to pull the trigger, but in that case, it was the best time to use the shock right there. Yeah. And it's very good work from T7. Ape are in trouble right now, and they're gonna have to. I think they should pick. Yeah, they are picking LC and Shaggy Beach. These very volatile tracks. You're gonna have to pick them at this point, because you need something to go your way. You need a track in which you can just anything can happen. But BCW does come out. I do think this will favor T7.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like this is the exact track you want if you're T7.
Even if Ape get like maybe 1-3 and whatnot, it's still not going to be enough. Ape are going to have to get they're going to have to get a really big race here.
They have to at least get a top 4 race once.
Yeah. This is a very run heavy track though. In the spiral section, you can get some key trolls off, but this section too, you can troll, but for the most part,
very deadly. Right off the rip. Like if you get trolled, that's a sign. Was that a red or
that was a green? That was a green snipe coming out from I couldn't see the me name.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I thought it was a red. That was a really good snipe though.
I believe that was from Jadid though. Yeah. First.
I think both of. Oh no, one of T7 made glitch. I think it was Alpha. Yeah.
Alpha KC. Yeah.
So
Alpha's a very streaky player. He can be good on his day, and he does know how to make glitch too. But I feel like what has hurt him throughout the season is consistency.
Oh yeah, for sure. From what I've looked at in the division not in the standings, but like in the tables.
Very mixed spots here. Jadid's still locking down first. He slipped. Oh, shot comes in. Trying to see whose shot that was. I couldn't see the bagger and who ran forward.
That was an Ape shot.
Ape.
Because it TS like 2. Yeah, TS 2 of T7.
And the troller as well kind of fell through.
Yeah, that's kind of the shot that you really need if you're Ape.
Oh, and it looks to me like I believe Jadid went for glitch and failed it, and then he got backed with the red afterwards.
Yeah, I think he got back through reds as well. It was I know someone got back through reds. I didn't exactly catch who, but
red coming out on Nico. Ape still occupying 1-3, T7 2-4. So it's very close here.
Oh, that's a very good pull. If you're Vincent, you have some protection from the TC, and you can protect yourself from the reds as well.
Miko fell off, or Cora, sorry. I think it might have been from a banana.
Okay, that's a smart block.
Oh, yeah, it's a good spot to put a fib too. Like he wasn't showing anything, and he just backed the fib right away. That's usually what you want to do if you have a fib, is back on a spot that's really narrow. But just don't show you have it and just back it right away.
Yeah. I don't think Neo's gonna get. Oh, that's a good blue, but it's not quite enough.
Looks to me, yeah, Nico does overtake second. I'm not sure who got third, but either way, it's not a big enough of a race for Ape.
Yeah, I don't even think they got like too good of spots as well. Like I saw they got second, but I don't think they got really anything else. From what I could see on the minimap. You can't really tell based off the minimap, but yeah, it didn't look like a strong enough race to push a comeback.
I'm not sure. The thing is, yeah, I'm not sure how Ape still got a decent race out of that, but they're gonna have to get something major. That was actually only a +1 race.
Yeah, they need 66 points. It is now in 2 races. You basically need a top 5 at least once.
It's still mathematically possible, but they're gonna have to all run at least one of these races.
Yeah, I feel like if I was APE, I would pick something like a Yoshi Falls or GV2 this race to set myself up going into the last race.
Yeah, or any volatile track, even luck tracks like FD. Anything that could get you up to that top 5 and then maybe pick GV2 afterwards.
Yeah. Because I feel like if you push for a top 5 race 11, you're setting you're giving yourself a better chance than if you were to do that race 12, but I don't think they're going to do that, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I can see why they're doing it. Yeah, no, it doesn't look... Based on these track picks, I would doubt that they're going to do an all-run race 11. Even though it's probably the better option in this case.
Koopa Cape does come out from... I keep getting confused. That is Korra. I keep thinking Nico is Korra. But coming out from Korra here. KC, I don't know. I don't know if this is a track in which you can... I mean, you can get top spots here early on if you pull Goldens and whatnot. But I just don't think it's volatile enough.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like this isn't the right track pick.
Alpha does fail the Shroomba though, so he's gonna fall behind. You don't want to really fall behind in this track though. It's really hard to catch up in, unless you pull a Golden, maybe to take Golden Strat.
Like you would have to pretty much pull 2 Goldens in a row, like one in like 9th and one in 6th the next lap, just to catch up.
I'd like to see, T7 are all behind Vincent. I'd like to see Vincent hold this bomb all the way up until the set where there's going to be an uphill slope. That way he can just place that bomb like right about here. And does connect with Jadid, yeah. Yeah,
Ape are not in the best spots right now. I think I only see 1-3. Yeah.
Neo backing that green right away though. He had that alignment, so it was very good backspin there. He's gonna go for Shroomba here as well.
Yeah, that's it. He pulls out a green immediately, but Vincent sees that and just takes the easy way out.
I would like to point out that Ape are going all run, but T7 aren't heavily bagging here. I don't know who has the shock. I would like to see Sierra maybe, or whoever was sandbagging for them, hold back quite a bit, but I think they were just, I don't know. It's an all run. All 10 are running instead of 9 running. I just think that just securing the shock is enough at this point for T7.
No,
just getting maybe 1 or 2 dodges.
I think Sierra's full lap back. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's full lap back.
Okay. Then that's on me then.
Yeah.
Shock does come in.
That's an Ape shock. I don't like that TS spot at all, but I see why they did it.
Just establish some sort of hope, like just TS a couple of T7 players, get them back there, and get yourselves into boxes. At that point, I do think that's an okay shock to use.
Yeah. Just the forward position of that respawn is not the best.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Not ideal. Yeah.
Ape occupying a lot of the middle to bottom spots, though. They're gonna have to depend on a miracle here. I do think one of Ape should just drop back control, or they should have. I believe in lap 2. I don't know if that's the case here.
Yeah, they should have. I feel like now definitely. Yeah, it's pretty much completely out of their reach.
Yeah.
Another T7 stopping on the line. That's at least the top 2. Yeah. No, that's lights.
If you realize that your team, like, even if your team are maybe like 1-3-5 or something, or like 1-3 or some top spots, if you realize that not all of your team are like up there. If it's not top 4, if it's not top 3-5, you just have to go back and troll because there are 2 races left. Just go back and troll and try to secure a top 4 maybe instead of a top 3, 5, 6, top 4, 6. Just secure the top 4 or top 3, 5.
Mm-hmm.
But T7, yeah, after that race, there's no way that Ape can come back.
No, that's a pretty good what's it called? Pretty good race for T7. It's a good way to finish out the war just on a high note.
I think a very good showing for T7 too. They did struggle a little bit early on, but the combination of strong trolling from Sierra and very good team play overall, very good shock usage from T7. They use their shocks very effectively. And then as well as Ape, they did shoot themselves in the foot a few times. I'm not saying they played poorly. They did get up to top spots in a lot of the races. They just weren't able to hold their spots, whether it was getting trolled or hitting cars in MH, for example.
Yeah.
They just couldn't hold their top spots, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something it's down to user error, but like the car route specifically is down to user error, but there's some avoidable stuff that they could have done a little better. It's just not the best showing out of Ape, honestly.
Yeah, and I did mention before that Ape are a very streaky team. They were very up and down throughout the season. There were some times where they just showed out and they dominated, but there were other matches in which they got dominated themselves.
Yeah.
There were maybe like 1 or 2 matches where it was close, but the rest of them were just domination either on their end or the other team's end.
So I don't want to really interrupt you, but Vincent just chained 2 bombs.
Clearly hacking, clearly using those GCTs.
Yo.
So looks to me like it's very mixed spots here, but I believe Sierra might have something here. Probably, actually, he's running away. He may have shock.
Yeah. He would have just sat if he didn't have it. He has to have it at this point.
Yeah, I thought he was waiting for his prey at first, like in the boost panel, like tunnel section. But yeah, it looks to me like they have shock here.
And I feel like now it just, I mean, I don't want to like really go ahead and look to the next match, but I feel like at this point you can't really do anything else. I mean, it's
right, and it's the almighty grudge match, T7 versus RS. That has been like the match of the season. Both matches that they played were really close. RS getting the better of T7 in the first week, and it was a draw in the second week with the lag correction from T7.
Okay. Yeah, no, that actually sounds like it's going to be a very close tie.
Yeah, that's honestly going to be very interesting. I'm not sure if we're going to cap that because it depends on what time they play over other divisions. Because we'll be casting other divisions over lower divisions, like higher divisions over low div.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'd be too far-fetched to cast D4 finals because it's actually very close, I'd say, between the two teams.
Yeah, and I think that's Vincent with one of the most consistent wars I've ever seen in my life.
Vincent, I think, might have broken 130.
Yeah, that's a 134 for Vincent.
It's been the story of Vincent's season. He's just been completely dumb. Obviously, it's D4, but yeah, Vincent has been showing out. I would say the ultimate reason why he did get the MVP was just strong running. He's not the most consistent player ever. Like, you will see him like hit a wall or make a mistake every once in a while. But if you're just talking about pure lines, that's something that a lot of the other D4 players lack. And so I feel like that's one of the reasons why he got the MVP and helped his team get all the points. As for the match itself, though, I mean, T7 showing out, I feel like it was more on T7's end in terms of playing well rather than Ape playing poorly. Ape did make a couple of mistakes, but I don't think we should pin the loss on Ape necessarily. I just think that T7 were really strong on their day today. And all credit to T7 and credit to Ape too for putting up a fight. It was just toward the end, T7 just ran away with the win.
Yeah. It was, I mean, through GP1 it was a pretty good match, but I feel like once we got to about race 6, race 7, you kind of just had a feeling T7 was starting to run away with it.
But yeah, thank you guys for coming along. We did get 50 odd viewers for this, which is actually pretty good for D4, and I thank you guys a lot for coming out. On behalf of MK Boards, I'm Jaggy.
I'm Merc.
See you guys later.
Have a good one, guys.